PVL Invitational Conference is about to welcome a lot of big changes and, of course, a lot of new faces. With us to break down the rookies of the PVL is UAP and PVL analyst Neil Patrick Flores. Neil!
Wow,
I had to whole name that. I had to whole name
yung
that.
pangalan mo.
Pero Neil, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. And we were talking a bit off the air that this rookie class feels special. And just why do you feel that as someone who covers both the UAP and the PVL, just how excited are you personally to see this crop of rookies featuring PVL?
Well, there are a lot of rumors circulating on social media. Twitter has been crazy the past few days. Sunod-sunod yung reveal ng mga rookies for the PVL. But I would say this batch is an excellent batch to say the least because all of the players, incoming rookies in the PVL, they can be starting potential na first six sila agad. So it's very exciting and I know that there are heavy favorites already coming in to this invitational conference.
All right, and speaking of favorites, we have a list here that Neil created na, the rookies to watch out for.
And these are semi-hot takes, by the way.
Semi, not official. Neil official.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through the questions one at a time, all right?
Okay.
So the first one here is which rookie is the best fit for the team that they've joined? And Neil, let's let you introduce who you pick.
I chose Jolina De La Cruz of DLSU. She is now with the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. There were rumors that she was going to go with another team, but she found her way back home to the La Salle system with Coach Remil and Coach Regine Diego. And if you take a look at the roster of F2 Logistics, they already have one first outside hitter rather na solid na. Myla Pablo is already there.
Right.
And they have been lacking in that attacking department of the second outside hitter. I mean, not to take away anything from their outside hitters, but Jolina De La Cruz is an all-around player. She can defend well, she can serve hard, she can actually get the top scorer position in every team. So I'm very excited on how she will bring her talent this time with F2 Logistics.
All right, Jolina De La Cruz, 10th best scorer in the UAP, 3rd serving, 8th blocking, 9th spiking, 4th receiving. Grabe, top 10 at the very least in all departments, as you mentioned earlier. Speaking of fitting in, next question is, who do you see with the most playing time at this PVL conference?
This was another easy
For
me.
I was gonna say, this is probably easy one.
Usually I have a hard time choosing the
yeah.
players, but this time it was easier for me. I chose Faith Nesperos of the Akari Chargers. Her UAAP journey didn't end the way she wanted it to be, but I believe that it was a smart choice to move to the pros. All of the teams right now in the PVL, they need to have that one power player. The power player that I'm saying, ito yung may one kill, one stop mindset. And she will immediately, I'm already calling it Pau, she will immediately occupy that first outside hitter position. And it's going to be a very tall lineup for Akari.
Yes.
I think that she's also one of the big signups here in this batch.
Yeah, you take a look at Akari, they have the physical measurables for it for sure, and we all know what Faith can bring, so let's see what she can do for Akari. This one's very personal. This next question is very personal. This is your preference. Who are you most excited to see in the PVL?
Amy Hernandez from UST. And I feel like she's already ripe for the pros. When you also take a look at the players of the Cheritigo crossovers, ang dami nilang players right now.
Yeah.
Actually, they have 5 recruits, but I'm very excited to see Amy Hernandez because if you want your wings to be effective, the middle blocker needs to be explosive. Sa Karandang already took up that first middle blocker position, but they need one more. So I feel like Cheritigo was able to acquire all the tools that they need entering this invitationals. And I've heard that they are targeting that gold medal this season.
I mean, who isn't?
Who isn't?
Yeah, okay. But speaking of one tiger, I saw this list earlier, and the question here is, who will give the biggest impact to their team?
It's Aya, the Slayer.
Laure,
of course. I mean, she's the top of the class, probably the number one pick if we were going to talk
there was
about
a draft.
If there was a draft.
Correct.
I would say that she would be the number one pick. MVP caliber right off the bat, top scorer, She can also dig and attack well. Kompleto eh. But I think that the biggest factor that she can bring to the table would be her leadership. I mean, she will be alongside her sister EJ Laure, so we might just see the Laure sisters back in that position.
Yeah, and just so to calm everyone down, sa mga nagulat sa graphic kanina, yes, there was a mistake in the graphic a while ago about Ea Laure. Now we move on to, well, my personal question for the both of you here actually is that a lot of times rookies come in a lot of expectations, but then should fans temper their expectations for the first few games for the rookies because of the fact that they are rookies seeing action for the first time in the pro leagues?
I think that the expectations right now are more realistic compared to before because yung mga college players natin ngayon, they've been with their universities for quite some time because of the pandemic. So they've had extra years of training, and a lot of these players are also part of the previous national team. So I would say na in terms of gelling with their respective teams, wala na magiging problema. Of course, the basics, the fundamentals are already solid. So the coaches will just really need to find that right seven if they want to get a lot of wins here in the Invitationals.
And of course, I did ask you the same question, but then I'd rather make it a homework and say, please tell me the first thing you tell the rookies as soon as you embarrass them or something. One thing, or one way or the other. But then either way, all joking aside, Neil, really appreciate you coming over and giving us your list, even though it was easy for you to pick everything there.
Thank you so much.